สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome back to Bim's Kitchen. I am making Bim's Sourdough Biscotti. This is the new ingredient or new recipe that I just created. Let's get started. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna sift my 1000 gram of all-purpose flour into the sifter. I have 5 grams of baking powder. Now I'm gonna sift this together because I want it to be mixed properly. If I'm not sifting it, I don't like the taste of baking powder. This is our flour after sift. Now in another bowl, I'm gonna add butter, melted butter into the container, and then I'm add sugar. The reason I add a little sugar because my other ingredient already contains some sugar. If we want more, we can add it later. The sugar has been dissolved in the butter. Now after the sugar dissolved, I'm gonna crack 4 eggs. Fresh egg. I am not using any machine today because I don't want to clean it up after. Now we're gonna whisk the egg and the mixture together until everything combined. Now I am adding this one is mince meat that I have left in my fridge, so why don't we use it instead of add spice, because the mince meat has spice already. So if you don't have mince meat, you can use any jam. That's good. Gonna create another good flavor. And this one is Mandarin paste for my panettone. Okay. Again, you can use jam or marmalade. That's good. Okay. Now we're gonna mix this first before we add the starter. So this is about 60% hydration dough. Okay, a little bit wet, but because we need all the yummy ingredient in there. Okay, now I'm gonna add the sourdough starter into the container. Let's make sure we get all of them. This is always good to have it. Nothing waste. Okay. Now we whisk wet ingredient together. This is gonna be yummy. Okay. So all the wet ingredient is mixed well. What I'm doing here, I'm gonna taste a little bit of the flavor. Delicious. I'm not swallowing, okay? I just spit it out. Now I'm gonna add the wet ingredient. I feel that the starter make it a little bit sour, so I can add a little bit more of sugar. I'm gonna add another 50 gram of sugar. So all together is 120 grams. Okay, there you go. Now let me taste again. Tastes so good. Okay, now we're gonna mix dry ingredient and wet ingredient. I have 50 gram, or sorry, I have half a cup of what do you call this one? Macadamia. Half a cup of pistachio. Half a cup of hazelnut. 1 cup of almond. All of them I didn't roast it, so it's kind of fresh. So I'm gonna use this spatula to mix. Okay, now I'm gonna add a wet ingredient into dry ingredient. Right. Okay. I wish I can buy this to all of you who follow me, because it's so cheap here, but you cannot find on Amazon. It's only on Thai platform. Okay, now we're gonna mix. Okay. Now I'm gonna dump this on the counter. I kind of knead a little bit just to make sure all the ingredients come together. Now I'm gonna separate this dough into 4 equal parts. Okay, and then after that, I'm gonna roll the dough into the strip. Okay, perfect size. Now you just kind of shape into the long strip and making it nice and beautiful before we transfer onto the tray. Okay. Another one. Okay, now we're gonna raise this one and make another one. Now, after I roll the dough into the log like that, I'm gonna brush with my egg wash. Nice coat with egg wash. I already preheat my oven at 160 degrees Celsius for about half hour. So my oven is ready to bake. Now we're gonna bake for about 35 minutes. We can bake our 35 minutes. That my biscotti a little bit break, but that's okay. We're gonna slide them and bake them again anyway. This is after first bake. It smells so good. After I let the cookie or biscotti cooling down a little bit until I can touch the tray, and then I slide it up about 1 centimeter. So this way when we bake again, it look nice. This is the inclusion inside, full of different kind of nut, delicious. Now we slide into about 1 centimeter, equal size. So when we bake and we serve, it's kind of even bake later. Now we transfer the piece of our cookies onto the baking tray with some parchment paper, and we're gonna bake again. So that's what they say, biscotti is baked twice or baked 2 times. After we laying our cookie nice evenly, we're gonna bake again. So all kind of nuts that we add inside bake nicely. So when we serve, every part of the cookie is nice and crispy. Sourdough biscotti, extra nut, full of almond, macadamia, and some hazelnut and pistachio. Delicious.